Hey everybody, welcome back to more Snatcher on the Sega CD. Alright, let's look around again. The Snatcher is no longer here. Search. Outside the window. The Snatcher must be in a different room. Oh, he's still around here. Okay, maybe he didn't jump out the window. It is not in this room. The Snatcher is no longer here. I'm unable to locate any new blood traces. Why don't you examine the blood, Metal? Tell us who it is. I guess we already know. But he could still analyze it. And be like, this is definitely the Chief's blood. But alright, I want to make a save. You spam through these menus to do so. And let's move to engineering. Try all the rooms again. Snatcher's not here. No Snatcher. No Snatcher. Bloodstain. I cannot locate any signs of blood. Oh, okay. The Snatcher's wounded. There must be blood somewhere. Okay, maybe we didn't come in here then. That's probably what the result is the same, Galleon. I don't read any movement. We are the only ones in the area, so he just didn't come in here. Detective's room. No Snatcher. Again, just to make sure. Just not reading all of this again. Don't see any evidence of blood anywhere. That's funny. I was pretty sure that I at least winged him. You did, but maybe he didn't come in this room. Okay, so we can leave. Shooting range. No Snatcher. Oops, I skipped one. Wait. Oh, sorry, nothing there. I cannot locate any sign of blood. That Snatcher's wounded. There must be blood somewhere. Searching the same place over and over will do no good. There is no reading. My movement sensor is functioning properly. Can we actually practice again in this moment? I guess we could. We don't need to, obviously. Okay, so the last location would be the computer room again. Or the hallway. This is the computer room. Cannot find the Snatcher. We are the only ones in here. Oh, we just checked there. I don't see any evidence of blood anywhere. What is that? Terminals. Okay, we already did that. I'll take another look, but I don't see the Snatcher. Just make sure. There's no traces of the Snatcher's blood. That Snatcher's wounded. Okay. I guess the hallway again. Damn, where is it hiding? There's no way for it to get out of headquarters. There's still some rooms we haven't checked. There is? What rooms? Has to be somewhere in the headquarters. What room have we not checked? We've checked every room. Except for the front. Okay, now we can go to the front. Let's check the lobby. The lobby? You never know. But the main door was sealed off when we came in. We've checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's go take a look.
The main door has been opened. Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod. What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed. Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
Ooh.
I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
You see your health bars when you can bring your gun out.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move.
That's the visual cue.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know, I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian, kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker!
Die, sucker. Did I kill her? I guess I was shooting her hand. Alright, let's do it again. Maybe I had to aim lower. I was aiming for his head. Don't have my gun out. I think I'm hurting her is what I'm doing there. Not doing very good this time either. Yeah, I killed her again. Okay. So you gotta hold down diagonal left. You can't shoot his head. Okay. Couldn't shoot him. Doing good this time. Got him. Clunk. Damn.
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Brutal.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Cream's hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into phase 2. For that we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless as long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry. Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika.
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
Your memory? So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy? Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Snatcher!
Gillian!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish. Professor Seed.
Act 2, end. You heard a little audio glitch there. That was her talking still from the previous cutscene. Metal Gear, would you like to save? What has happened? Yes. It's the end of Act 2. The dude called us Professor Seed, so we're a professor apparently. Whatever happened to, I mean, we just talked to Jamie, but what happened to Katrina, Gibson's daughter? We haven't talked to her in a while. This will be the last act of the game.
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3
Act
hours
3,
away,
junk.
the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatchers' headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Mental, what about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian...
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
Of course.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
That's Harry's picture, from when he was a kid.
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son. It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information gained from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
Okay. So, I mean, the story's pretty good in this game. I mean, it's starting to, like, really thicken right now. And that's due to the fact that, you know, this game was supposed to have, from what I read online, 5 acts, but it was trimmed down to 3. And the story was already there. I don't think the game was done with the graphics and all of that applied or anything, but the story was finished by Kojima, you know, and Konami's like, hey man, can you cut like 25, 30% or more of your story down? It's a little too long. So you get all this, you know, exposition dump of story, you know, In the first act, it's like, you're learning the game, getting introduced to all the characters, and then in Act 2, they dump a big lore thing on you, and then they do it here. So it's just kind of a condensed version of a lot more information that could have been spread out further throughout the course of the game had there been more acts. But first of all, what's the Snatcher's weak point? Their head, their forehead region? I do think we've completed the last shooting segment that's required in this game. Killing the chief there was the last one, I believe. Infrared rays. This is the Snatcher's weak point. Think carefully about it before you answer, Gillian. This is the Snatcher's weak point. That's correct. Oh, I was supposed to do a multiple choice there. I didn't realize it. That's correct. Their weak point is their defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to the ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanocytes in the stratum basal of their skin, which become cancerous. Specifically, long ultraviolet rays in the 250 to 350 nanometer range is responsible for causing the cancer. How does that kill them, though? They're robots underneath that skin. I don't think they have human organs in them. They're just in like an exoskeleton with human organs inside. I think they're all metal like Terminators. They just have human skin over top to make them look human. But how does getting cancer to that skin actually kill them? I don't know. That's right, and that's the reason that they are so limited as to when they can be outside. It's like vampires, They gotta work at night. It's a nice shot. They only come out at night, in the middle of the winter, and wear sunscreen even then. That's the method that Jean used to figure out what the Snatchers were up to. How ironic. It turns out that the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. That's right. What method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays in sunlight at the same time? The underpass. This is the method of movement that the Snatchers were using. The train underpass tunnel. That's right, they were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tuber liner system to get from place to place. That's how they were able to move around without being noticed. Excuse me. Nielsen's apartment, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all of their hideouts were connected by the tube liner. So maybe there's a tunnel under their main base as well. There's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? I would say traces of Snow 9. Well, sneezing because of it. This is the phenomena you're talking about. That's right. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Right, Snow 9. This is the reason for the sneezing. You are correct. The sneezing was caused by the presence of the allergen Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They were using it to interfere with radio transmissions and keep people away. They probably were producing it internationally themselves. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 is still present are areas around the Enna River. It has been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means that their base must be somewhere near the Enna River, right? That is a fair conclusion. They are probably somewhere near the Enna River, protected by the Snow 9. Accessible to the tube liner and near the Enna River. And we must not forget the 3 photographs that we found the Snatchers with. All of them were related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. The map on the wall of Nielsen's apartment, the picture of the temple in the director's office at Queen's Hospital. The photo of Red Square hidden in the chief's office. Why do the Snatchers keep pictures and memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick. Maybe that's where they come from. Homesick. Get serious, Mika. They're robots, you know. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all three of these pictures? Moscow. This is the city they have in common. That's correct, it's Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. That must be the basis of their programming. You might be right, just as people have a hometown that is dear to them, their creators may have put a hometown into their programming. They use very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. That's true. Yeah, they were born out of nothing, but they needed to give them some kind of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home, and the place that they found Jamie and I. We're Snatchers.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
What's this?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo-Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo-Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah. Okay. but I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
We just got Christmas dinner with Mika. This is the last turbo cycle. Yeah, you crashed the one you had. Now we got a green one. I like the blue one. Good job. Okay, guys. We will actually stop this video here. Yeah. And in the next video, we'll be heading to apparently an abandoned church. So if it's an abandoned church, you can be sure there's some kind of a creepy lab or something going on underground underneath it, right? So we'll be heading to that place in the next video. It's pretty smooth sailing at this point for the rest of the game. There's a little bit left. We're at the very tail end. There's a little more to do, but it's smooth sailing, meaning just kind of go there and just look at everything, and eventually we'll be funneled gently into the ending cutscene of the game. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part where we'll continue further going to the abandoned church. Thanks. Bye.